Why are you letting your garden just lie there all winter? You know what I'm talking about, that empty, frozen patch of soil you won't touch for another 6 months. That's not dead space, it's an opportunity. It's your chance to start the incredible journey to homegrown flour. Imagine, next summer, walking out to your own patch of golden wheat, harvesting it with your own hands, and milling it into the freshest, most flavorful flour you've ever had. I'm going to show you, step by step, how to plant winter wheat right now. And it's way easier than you think. We're going to turn that empty winter garden into a productive powerhouse that literally works for you while you sleep, setting you up for the most rewarding project you'll tackle all year. So grab your gloves and let's get into it. So, why winter wheat? Why give up a part of your garden? Loaves of whole wheat bread. This isn't just about making flour, it's about self-sufficiency, incredible flavor, and turning a forgotten season into one of your most productive. Alright, time for the fun part, getting our hands dirty. I'm going to walk you through this whole process. It's simple, and our goal today is just to get these seeds in the ground so they can grow a strong root system before winter really hits. With winter wheat, timing is everything. You want to get your seeds planted about 6 to 8 weeks before your area's first hard frost. For most of us in the US, that means planting sometime from mid-September to early October. This window gives the wheat just enough time to germinate and grow about 3 or 4 inches tall before it goes dormant for the winter. That initial growth is what develops the root system it needs to survive the cold. If you plant too early, you risk pests, and if you plant too late, it won't be strong enough to handle a hard freeze. As for where to plant, wheat is a sun worshipper. Find a spot in your garden that gets at least 6 hours of direct sunlight a day. It doesn't need to be a huge area. A small 5 by 20 foot plot can yield a surprising amount of grain, but even a single 4 by 4 foot raised bed is a perfect place to start. Wheat isn't incredibly fussy, but a little prep work makes a huge difference. First, clear the area of any leftover summer plants, weeds, or rocks. You want a clean slate. Next, loosen up the soil. Using a broad fork or a garden tiller, work the soil to a depth of about 4 to 6 inches. This just gives the roots plenty of room to grow down without a struggle. Once you've prepped the bed, try not to walk on it and recompact all your hard work. Now, wheat performs best when the soil pH is between 6 and 7.5, which is thankfully right in the sweet spot for most garden vegetables. It especially loves nitrogen for that initial burst of growth, so amending the soil with some compost is a great idea. Just be careful not to go overboard. Too much nitrogen can cause the wheat to grow tall and floppy, causing it to fall over later, a problem called lodging. We want strong stalks, not lanky ones. This is where it all happens. You can either sow your seeds in neat rows or use the broadcasting method. For a backyard plot, broadcasting is the easiest way to go. You're aiming for a seed rate of about 25 to 35 seeds per square foot. But please, don't sit there and count them. A good rule of thumb is to use about half a pound of seed for every 100 square feet. To get a nice, even spread, divide your seed in half. Walk across your plot and scatter the first half in one direction, say north to south. Then, take the second half and spread it while walking the other way, east to west. This little trick helps you avoid clumps and bare spots. Once your seeds are scattered, you have to cover them with soil. This is key. The ideal planting depth is between 1 and 2 inches. If they're too shallow, birds will have a feast and the roots won't develop well. Too deep, and the poor seedlings might not make it to the surface. Just use a garden rake to gently work the seeds into the soil until they're covered. The last step for today is to give your new seedbed a good drink of water. Use a gentle shower setting on your hose to moisten the soil thoroughly. You don't want to blast it so hard that you wash the seeds away. For the next week or two, just keep the soil consistently moist until you see those bright green shoots pop up, which usually takes about a week. After that, your only job is to pull any competing weeds and give the little guys a drink if you hit a dry spell. And that's it. You've successfully planted winter wheat. Hey, if you're finding this guide helpful and you're getting excited about harvesting your own grain, do me a quick favor and hit that subscribe button. I'll be following this crop all the way to harvest, and you're not going to want to miss what comes next. So, it's been a few weeks since we planted, and check this out. What was bare soil is now a lush green carpet of wheatgrass. The seeds sprouted, and the plants have hit that 3 to 4 inch sweet spot. This is exactly what we wanted to see before the first hard freeze. Right now, under the surface, a tough network of roots is digging in, anchoring the plants for winter. This is the key to their survival. As the temperature keeps dropping, their growth will slow to a halt, and they'll go dormant. They'll just rest like that, hopefully under a cozy blanket of snow, until the warm, long days of spring signal them to wake up and start growing again with amazing energy. It's the quiet, patient magic of winter wheat. As we wait for spring, let's take a moment to appreciate the beauty of our garden in all its stages. Now, let's jump way ahead. Picture it. It's next summer. That little green patch we just planted has transformed into a field of gold. The stalks are standing tall, maybe 3 or 4 feet high, each one topped with a beautiful, heavy head of grain. The sun has baked the kernels hard. When you pluck one and bite down, it's firm, not chewy. That's how you know it's harvest time. For our little plot, we won't need a combine. A simple pair of scissors or a scythe will do the trick. We'll cut the stalks and tie them into those classic bundles you see in pictures. They're called sheaves, and let them dry. Then comes the fun part, threshing and winnowing. Threshing is just beating the stalks to break the grains out of the heads. You can do it by whacking the bundles against the inside of a clean trash can, or even by putting them in a sack and hitting it. Afterward, we'll winnow by using the wind or a fan. As you pour the mixture from one bucket to another, the wind blows away the light, papery chaff, leaving you with nothing but heavy, golden wheat berries. And that is your harvest, a jar full of perfect wheat berries that you grew yourself. From there, a small home grain mill turns them into the freshest, most nutritious whole wheat flour imaginable. Flour that's ready for bread, pancakes, or whatever you can dream up. So, think about where we started. We took a simple idea, to stop letting our gardens sleep all winter, and turned it into something amazing. By planting winter wheat, you're not just covering your soil, you're actively making it better, stopping weeds, and starting a deeply rewarding journey to growing your own food. You're turning a dormant space into a productive one, and connecting with a process that sustained people for thousands of years. It's a project that takes patience, but the payoff is so worth it. I want to hear from you. Let me know in the comments if you're going to plant winter wheat this year, or if you have any questions. I love watching this community of gardeners grow and try new things. And finally, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. You just took the first step with me, and I'll be back in the spring and summer to show you exactly how to harvest, thresh, and mill this beautiful grain into your own flour. You won't want to miss how this adventure ends. Until next time, happy gardening.